Every single season, we see a new crop of rookie talent enter the NBA, ready to start their careers with their new teams. These players represent the next generation of the league, and specifically, those drafted early on tend to get most of the coverage, as they are typically the most talented ones, making the biggest impact, putting themselves in position to be named to things like the all-rookie teams. However, just because these are the players getting the most attention, doesn't always mean that they're actually the best rookies as a whole, and this brings us to the topic of today's video. Today, we'll be discussing 5 of the more slept-on rookies this year that weren't the first names off the board, but for sure are performing as though they should have been, proving everyone wrong along the way. These are players that would be taken much earlier on if there was a redraft, leaving countless teams feeling regretful for allowing them to slip as far as they did in the first place. Before we start though, I want to thank PrizePicks for sponsoring this video. PrizePicks is the perfect service for all of us basketball fans here because when you're involved, it makes watching games every night so much more fun and engaging. Basically, it's an application that provides you with lines on all kinds of individual player props, such as points, rebounds, assists, and three-pointers made amongst others, and you simply have to choose whether you believe they will record over the set amount in the line or under the set amount in the line. Make your selections, wager however much you want to, and if your picks hit, you can win some big money. For some picks I'm looking at making for tonight's slate of games, I'm thinking of going with Terry Rozier to score over 18.5 points, Kyle Kuzma to grab over 8 rebounds, and Klay Thompson to make over 2.5 threes. If this sounds at all intriguing to you, then go use the link down in the description of this video to sign up today, and use promo code REFERENCE to receive a 100% deposit match bonus up to $100. Once again, thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the topic at hand. The first slept-on rookie that we'll be discussing today, proving everyone wrong this season, is Herb Jones of the New Orleans Pelicans. Not many people probably thought twice when they heard Herb Jones' name called on draft night when he was taken 35th overall in the second round, but 50 games into the season, Jones has been one of the Pelicans' most consistent bright spots game by game. Obviously, as a second-round pick, he wasn't immediately in the rotation on opening night, but an early injury to Josh Hart opened up a place in the rotation for him, and since then, he's taken that opportunity and ran with it. On the season as a whole, Jones is averaging about 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1.5 steals per game, giving them pretty balanced production across the board. And his versatility on both ends serves as the glue holding everything together for the Pelicans. With Herb Jones on the court, the Pelicans are also 10.6 points better per 100 possessions, which is a massive swing demonstrating that the team actually performs so much better when he's out there compared to when he's on the bench. Jones can defend multiple positions with his superb lateral quickness, he's a reliable outside shooter making 38% of his threes, he's actually averaging more deflections on defense per game than any other big man in the NBA right now, and he very well could be someone that we see in the all-defensive team selections in the near future, so needless to say, he's been an absolute gem of a second-round pick for them. The next slept-on rookie proving everyone wrong this year is Ayo Dosunmu of the Chicago Bulls. I actually made an entire video highlighting what Dosunmu has been doing this season a few days ago, so if you missed that, make sure to go watch it after you finish this one. But basically, he's been the Bulls' secret weapon that they found with the 38th pick in the draft, another second-rounder. He has tremendous burst in the open floor, he's a high-flying athlete, he's been a model of efficiency, scoring the ball, making about 53% of his shots and 43% of his threes, and what has been most impressive about him is how comfortably he's handled duties as a point guard with his passing and overall playmaking. With all of the injuries that the Bulls have suffered lately, Dosunmu has been starting games for the team, and in those games, he's been dishing out about 7 assists per game, highlighted by a performance where he had 14 assists against the Pacers just a few days ago. He doesn't force anything, he plays under control, and he has the demeanor of a 10-year veteran, with the ball in his hands while still being able to provide that spark physically that comes with being young and full of energy. The next slept-on rookie on this list is Cam Thomas of the Brooklyn Nets. When you play on a team like the Brooklyn Nets with 3 legitimate stars getting all of the attention and a majority of the team's production, you aren't going to be able to show what you can do to the fullest every night, but it's important to always stay ready when your number is called, and that's exactly what Thomas has given them this year. He's such a gifted and natural scorer with a soft touch around the basket, a quality floater game, and a strong pull-up jumper, and when it's been needed, he's been able to score in bunches for them. He's scored in double figures 17 times this year, he's been scoring 20 points 6 different times, and he even had a 30-point game against the Utah Jazz a few nights ago, proving that he can be a reliable scorer at this level when given the opportunity to do so. The next slept-on rookie proving everyone wrong this year is Chris Duarte of the Indiana Pacers. Now, it may feel out of place to put a lottery pick on a list like this, but the circumstances allow him to qualify. He was taken 13th overall, late lottery, and many people at the time of the draft were questioning if he should have even went that high in the first place, so for him to now be one of the most productive rookies in the entire class more than justifies the selection and has silenced those doubters. He's the 6th leading scorer amongst all rookies, he's made the 2nd most threes amongst the rookie class, and his upside as a shot creator has been shining through this season for Indiana. The Pacers may be having a pretty disastrous season overall, sitting near the bottom of the Eastern Conference standings, but if they choose to go into a rebuild, Duarte is a fantastic piece to hold on to throughout that kind of a process. He embraces whatever role he's told to do by his coaches, he's a composed scorer, and he's going to be a productive player in the NBA for years to come. And finally, the 5th and final slept-on rookie we'll be discussing today is Kessler Edwards of the Brooklyn Nets. Yes, the Nets actually did phenomenally in the draft, despite being a team making their selections later on in the evening. Edwards was the 44th pick for them in the draft this year, and he's currently only signed to a 2-way contract, meaning that he spends half his time with the G League and is actually capped on how much time he's allowed to spend with the Nets themselves until they convert his contract to a fully guaranteed deal. He was by no means expected to ever really see the floor for the team most saw as the favorites to win the Eastern Conference, but he's forced his way into the team's rotation with his stellar defensive energy and his ability to reliably knock down threes alongside the team's stars. He's scoring about 8 points and grabbing 5 rebounds per game, he's shooting almost 39% from 3, and his energy has seen him start 15 games for them, which is almost unheard of for a guy on a 2-way contract. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be rewarded with a full-time contract soon, and from there, he can be one of the better 3-and-D guys coming through the ranks for sure. And with that being said, that's all I have for you today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below how good you think these rookies can become. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.